the fuck out of here. This is in Africa, not some small village in Sweden. Who comes up with this shit? That's like me playing JFK. Eddie Griffin as John F. Kennedy. The movie's gonna start with my black ass getting shot, then the rest of the movie's about the white detective trying to figure out who did it.
What do you think, like, I mean, you talked about the whole Malcolm and Eddie thing. Like, what do you think was some of the most racist things that you've dealt with being in Hollywood?
Hollywood, man.
Just Hollywood in general?
Yes.
In the glitzy world of Hollywood, where fame and fortune often come at a price, shocking revelations are not uncommon. Eddie Griffin, the renowned comedian and actor, has recently come forward with explosive claims about the dark underbelly of the entertainment industry. According to Griffin, a sinister plot is brewing among the Hollywood elite, and P Diddy is at the center. Griffin alleges that Diddy, the iconic music mogul, is being targeted for sacrifice by those hungry for power and influence. But who exactly are these shadowy figures? And what do they stand to gain from Diddy's downfall? Join us as we delve deep into this chilling conspiracy and uncover the truth behind the glitz and glamour of Hollywood. It's quite the tale. You see, P Diddy, the man behind Bad Boy Records, allegedly rose through the music industry by doing favors for none other than Clive Davis himself. Clive Davis, the mastermind pulling the strings, has long been rumored to have had a secret relationship with Diddy spanning over 5 years. While Diddy's success in the industry is undeniable, there's always been some confusion about how he achieved it so easily. Jaguar Wright doesn't beat around the bush. She's saying Diddy's been pulling strings backstage, using his music catalog to get rich and powerful. But what's the deal that got him to the top? And did it involve something deeper? People are saying that Alita has been trying to sacrifice Diddy for a long time now, and it looks like that time might be now. It seems like, at the end of the day, Diddy's evil can be traced back to the man who molded him, Clive Davis. Diddy isn't just another big shot in the music biz. He's a walking, talking testament to everything that's messed up about the industry. But here's the kicker. Behind every monster, there's usually a mentor who helped mold them into the beast they are. Talking about Clive Davis, the heavyweight music executive whose name is practically synonymous with legends like TLC, Whitney Houston, and Brandy. Back in the 90s when hip-hop was bubbling up, Diddy caught Clive's eye. Diddy had this vision that hip-hop was gonna blow up big time, and he managed to sell Clive on the idea. Next thing you know, Clive's bankrolling Diddy's Bad Boy Records, taking him under his wing and teaching him the ropes. With Clive's backing, Diddy skyrockets to hip-hop mogul status, reaching heights he never could have dreamed of without Clive in his corner. Now, here's where it gets shady. Industry whispers have been swirling for ages about what really went down between Diddy and Clive back in the day. See, it's not just about music. Rumor has it that Diddy went above and beyond to please Clive. If you catch my drift, apparently, Diddy got his start by getting down on his knees for Clive Davis back in '94, which apparently birthed Bad Boy Records. There's been talk that Diddy got cozy with Clive in more ways than one, allegedly keeping their romance on the down low for 5 long years. Just when you thought it was all hearsay, Clive goes and spills the tea himself in his memoir. He straight up admits he's into both men and women relationships, confirming what many suspected all along. Well, first of all, I was only turning to men after my second marriage failed, so that was not an issue through my life. Neither of my marriages were affected. I was totally attracted to women. When the marriage failed in the mid-'80s, I opened myself up to the possibility that I could have a relationship with a man as well as the 2 that I had with women. Suddenly, those rumors about Diddy paying a dark price for his success don't seem so far-fetched. Clive's been pretty quiet about who his partner is, but everyone knows Diddy's been hanging around him a lot at fancy events and stuff. They're tight, and it's not hard to see they've got a real bond going on. Clive's been pretty open about his own love life, but Diddy's been keeping mum, and that's got people talking. But wait, there's more. Remember Jaguar, right? She's the one who blew the lid off Diddy's shady dealings with artists, claiming he's got a taste for some pretty scandalous stuff. According to her, there's this lawyer who spilled the beans about catching Diddy and singer Christopher Williams in a compromising position during a business meeting. This lawyer witnessed something that was disturbing to her. But what was really disturbing to her was a conversation that she had with Diddy after. See, Christopher Williams, I don't know. I guess he wanted to sign. I don't know what happened, but Puff was supposed to be giving him a demo deal. And he gave him a demo deal, and I guess it was supposed to turn into an album deal, which that never happened. But this young woman walked in to get approval or some paperwork. And when she walked in, the door wasn't locked, so she didn't think twice about just walking in. And when she walked in, she saw Christopher Williams performing oral sex on Puff. Now, from what she said to me, it was disturbing because, they didn't stop. She just walked out. And while it's all still up in the air, it's not exactly shocking. Given Diddy's track record, it's like the floodgates of truth have burst wide open, with more and more voices stepping forward to spill the beans on Diddy's not-so-secret activities. And it all started after Cassie paved the way for everyone else to speak up against him. We all know Cassie decided to take legal action against Diddy, slapping him with a lawsuit for the emotional roller coaster she endured during their decade-long relationship. Now, while some people might have had their suspicions about Diddy being a shady character, nobody was really throwing shade his way in the industry until Cassie decided to spill the tea. According to her, it wasn't just about Diddy putting hands on her. She was accusing him of some seriously twisted stuff, like turning her into his own personal love puppet. Cassie claims Diddy would set up these freak-offs, where she'd be getting cozy with hired help, while Diddy played the role of the voyeur, chilling in the corner. And get this, she says he had her on some heavy substances just to keep up with his wild fantasies. Now, when this bombshell hit the media, everyone was expecting Diddy to face the music. But guess what? Dude decides to settle the whole thing out of court. And the cherry on top, he's reportedly throwing around stacks of cash, maybe even upwards of $50 million, to make it all go away. But hold up, if Diddy's innocent, why cough up the cash to silence Cassie? Even though Diddy's trying to sweep this under the rug fast, it's clear he's got some serious clout. He's got the power to make NYPD investigations vanish into thin air. And let's not forget about Cassie's safety in all this. She had the foresight to slap a restraining order on Diddy after they called it quits, which might be the only thing keeping her out of harm's way. But make no mistake, if Diddy's looking to make her disappear, he's gonna play the long game, just like he did with Kim Porter. We're talking waiting it out, laying low, and then bam, blame it on whatever's convenient, just like last time. Now, take Exhibit F for instance. He's out here claiming Diddy dragged him along to a gay club for a night of partying. Diddy calls me outside. He's like, "Hey man, you know the girl. You know about the girl. Yeah, I said, everybody knows about her. You know what's happening, he said. What do you mean? What's happening? I asked. That's the devil, man. She videotaped you with fingers in the booty, he said. I heard what you said. So Puffy tells you she will videotape you with fingers in the... I was like, what does that mean? Confess? So then I go back in the house and I ask her, what the are you talking about? He said, you filmed her. Yeah, I did ask him. He's just like, whatever. He went off and did his thing. But not everyone's buying into his game. DJ Academic, for one, seems to be the one voice brave enough to speak out about Diddy's shadiness in the Cassie saga. But even he's only doing it out of fear. Diddy's got enough power to make even the boldest hesitate. Just listen to Academic's account of a party invite straight from Diddy himself. It's got all the makings of a setup, with Diddy's intentions feeling more like a threat than a friendly gesture. But here's where it gets real interesting. Diddy's power play isn't just about silencing Cassie. It's a showdown between him and the true elite pulling the strings behind the scenes. Ever since Diddy dared to take on the bigwigs with lawsuits over racial discrimination, he's been a marked man. And now, as the truth about his dark deeds comes to light, it's clear he's in for the fight of his life. But let's not forget the casualties along the way. Rumor has it Diddy's not above using fear and intimidation to keep his circle in check. From dangling Whale over a balcony to making Kid Cudie's car mysteriously blow up for dating Cassie, it's a chilling reminder of just how far Diddy's willing to go. Now, recent events have put Diddy in hot water again, with yet another lawsuit thrown his way, this time by Rodney Lil Rod Jones. It's his fifth legal dance since November. The fans have been connecting the dots between the people who allegedly helped Diddy run his operation, as Lil Rod referred to it, and Diddy's rumored sugar daddies. Lil Rod's lawsuit spills that Diddy's crew of alleged accomplices included some big names from the music biz. They allegedly helped cover up the whole operation, making sure there wasn't a visible paper trail left behind. And get this, the lawsuit claims that Diddy's powerful pals, including Fahim and Diddy's chief of staff, Christina, were the ones paying off law enforcement and greasing the palms of the sex workers with cash. And Jaguar, right? Well, she's suggesting that Diddy might have learned some unsavory skills from his late mentor, Andre Harrell, the bigwig behind Uptown Records. But get this, Andre supposedly learned the ropes from none other than Clive Davis himself. Right now, my attention is on Sean Combs. Let me tell you why. He's a big figure in music and entertainment. This isn't just about boys, girls, adults, or kids. From what I've gathered from trustworthy sources, gender doesn't really play a role here. Sean seems to be an extreme narcissist who craves power. He loves to manipulate and control people. Why? Probably because he was victimized by his mentor, who had a strong penchant for control. His mentor was Andre Harrell, guided by Clive Davis. When the feds raided Diddy's mansions, many thought it was the end for him. They were digging deep, looking for evidence to bring him down. But while Diddy was on vacation, appearing carefree, fans started to get suspicious. They wondered, what is he hiding? Then Eddie Griffin dropped a bombshell. He claimed that the raid was all a show and that something much deeper was at play. According to him, Diddy is being sacrificed by the higher-ups at Universal Music Group. Homeland Security came in full force, practically a military operation, all for one man, who has 50 troops guarding their mansion. Griffin suggests that Diddy must have had someone on the inside tipping him off because he managed to jet off to Miami just in time to dodge the feds. Griffin is furious about the way Diddy's house was torn apart during the raid, with things not even being put back where they were found. He's calling out the authorities, saying that something fishy is going on. Who tipped off the camera crews about the raid? Someone high up? Maybe even the head of Universal Music Group? They raided Diddy's properties, but not him personally. How is he still on the loose? It's either he's really good at dodging or someone is protecting him. Being in the industry means you're connected. And the word on the street is that either Diddy messed up big time and it's payback, or he's angered someone powerful, and they're coming after him with everything they've got. There's more to this story than meets the eye. Someone is pulling the strings from behind the scenes, and it goes all the way up the ladder to the head of Universal Music Group. Griffin isn't afraid to name names. He's pointing fingers at Clive Davis, the head of Universal Music Group, suggesting that Davis sacrificed Diddy to protect himself. According to Griffin's theory, Davis and the head of Universal Music Group decided to sacrifice Diddy to save themselves, telling him, "You have to take the fall. We can't be involved." Diddy has allegedly been filming every session, and they're raiding his house to get those tapes because they believe he's trying to blackmail them. Griffin believes that the feds are knee-deep in those secret tapes, building a case to cover up their own wrongdoings. It's a smokescreen, shifting the blame onto Diddy while they clean up their own mess. Despite all the rumors, Diddy is keeping quiet about the truth. It seems there's more to his relationship with Clive Davis than meets the eye. Whether it's just a professional bond or something deeper, it's still a topic of debate. This isn't your typical mentor-mentee relationship. Diddy might seem to be calling the shots now, but he learned everything from Clive Davis, the master manipulator. Davis is the puppet master, and Diddy is just a pawn in his twisted game. If the rumors are true, Diddy's shady tactics are just the beginning of the dark side of the music industry. Guys, will Diddy expose Clive to save himself? What do you think? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Then, check out the next video if you don't know that new witness Diddy new worker sex supplier breaks her silence. And don't forget to subscribe and stay connected for more exciting videos.